Your legs are getting weaker right now. And if you are over 60, that loss can steal your balance before it steals your strength. The scary part is this feels normal at first, until one day stairs feel higher, chairs feel lower, and your body stops trusting itself. If you want to stay strong and independent as you age, hit that subscribe button right now. We share simple, science-backed health tips like this every single day. Here's the thing. When you look at aging research, one pattern shows up again and again. People do not lose independence all at once. They lose it in tiny pieces. A slower walk, a shaky turn, a hard time getting up from the couch. Then those tiny pieces turn into fear. And fear makes people move less. That makes the legs even weaker. But there is good news. Weak legs after 60 are not just an age problem. They are also a training problem. And training problems can improve. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 simple movements that help wake your legs back up, steady your balance, and make daily life feel safer again. Now, before we continue, tell me your age and where you're watching from in the comments. This helps us understand who we're helping. Here's what most people get wrong. They think walking is enough. Walking is great. Keep doing it. But walking alone is not the same as rebuilding strength. It's not just motion you need, it's resistance. Your muscles need a reason to stay. Most people also think weak legs come only from smaller muscles. But actually, your nervous system matters too. That is the wiring that tells your muscles when to fire. A 2024 study from Ohio University found that when nerve signals to the thigh slow down, muscle strength in older adults may drop by up to 26%. Think of it like a dimmer switch in your house. The bulb still works, but less power reaches it. And let me be clear, this is not about becoming a gym person. This is about keeping your body useful. A 2022 study from Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health found that older adults who did about 90 to 120 minutes of strength training a week had a 13% lower risk of early death. Add aerobic exercise too, and the benefit was even bigger. So no, leg work is not optional. It is part of staying alive, active, and in control. There is another myth that needs to go. Many people think balance gets better by being careful, but balance is a skill. You train it or you lose it. A 2023 review published in Frontiers found that Tai Chi reduced the risk of falls in older adults with a risk ratio of 0.76. That means about a 24% lower fall risk. So the goal is not to move less. The goal is to move smarter. Let's start with number 5. Number 5 is the heel raise. Most people think the calf is just for sports, but actually your calves are your second heart. Every time they squeeze, they help push blood back up from your legs. They also help you walk, step up, and catch yourself when you lean forward. If your calves are weak, your steps get shorter and your ankles feel less stable. Sound familiar? A 2024 study from Korea University found that older adults who practiced stair climbing movements improved timed stair climbing by 10.17% to 15.79%. They also improved the timed up and go test by 18.18% to 24.69%. That matters because the ankle and calf help drive you up and forward, not fast and sloppy, but strong and steady. Here's how to do the movement. Stand behind a chair or hold a kitchen counter. Put your feet hip-width apart, stand tall, lift your heels slowly until you're on your toes, pause for 1 second, then lower down even more slowly. That lowering part matters. It teaches control. Start with 8 reps, rest, then do 8 more. If that feels easy after 1 week, move to 10 or 12 reps. Do not bounce, do not rush, and do not lean your whole body forward. You want the ankles and calves to do the work. If both legs feel too easy, try putting a little more weight on one side at a time while still holding support. If standing feels unsafe, do the same move seated. Lift the heels, squeeze the calves, and lower down slowly. After this move, give your muscles some building blocks. 1 cup of milk gives you about 8 grams of protein and around 300 milligrams of calcium. 3 ounces of canned sardines with bones give you about 22 grams of protein and more than 300 milligrams of calcium. Why does that matter? Because a strong move works better when your muscles have something to rebuild with. But wait until you see number 4. Number 4 is the side leg raise. Most people think weakness only happens front to back, but actually, side-to-side weakness is one of the biggest reasons people start wobbling. The muscles on the outside of your hips are like the guide rails on a bridge. They keep your pelvis level when you stand on one leg. Every step you take is really a tiny one-leg balance test. A 2018 report from Stanford Medicine on a large clinical trial found that Tai Chi balance training reduced falls by 58% compared with stretching and by 31% compared with a standard exercise program. Why would that happen? Because balance is not just about the feet. It is about how your hips shift and catch your body. That is exactly what this movement trains. Here is how to do it. Stand next to a counter, hold on with one hand, keep both toes facing forward, slowly lift one leg out to the side, just 6 to 10 inches. That's it. You do not need a big swing. Keep your body tall. Do not lean away. Do not turn the toes out. Pause for 1 second, then bring the leg back in with control. Do 8 reps on one side, then switch. If your hip starts to burn, that is normal. If your low back starts to ache, you are probably leaning. Make the moves smaller. Quality beats height. After a week or two, add a light loop band around the ankles or just above the knees, but only if your form stays clean. For food, think muscle support, not magic pills. 1 cup of Greek yogurt gives you around 17 grams of protein. Half a cup of cottage cheese gives you about 14 grams. If you prefer plant foods, 1 cup of cooked lentils gives you about 18 grams of protein. The point is simple. Train the side hips, then feed the side hips. Quick question. Have you noticed yourself holding onto walls, furniture, or the stair rail more than before? Comment yes or no below. Now let's go to number 3. Number 3 is the marching hold. Most people think marching is too easy to matter, but actually this move trains one of the hardest skills in aging well. Standing on one leg without panic. Every time you walk, climb stairs, or step over something, one leg has to support you while the other moves. If that skill fades, everything feels shaky. A 2023 article from Tufts University School of Medicine highlighted a large study of nearly 8,000 older adults showing that balance and functional exercises reduce the rate of falls by 24%. That is not a tiny change. That is a major shift in daily safety. Why? Because these moves train your body's position sense, called proprioception, which is your body's ability to know where it is in space. Here is how to do it. Stand tall behind a chair. Hold the back lightly. Lift one knee as if you are marching. Bring it only as high as feels safe. Hold for 2 seconds, then lower it. Switch sides. Do 10 lifts per side. Once that feels steady, hold each one for 3 to 5 seconds. If you feel brave later, use just one finger on the chair, but only if you feel safe. This is not about lifting the knee high. It is about owning the position. Keep your ribs down. Keep your chest tall. Look straight ahead, not at your feet. If you stare down, your body often follows your eyes and tips forward. Would you rather train panic or train control? For food, think vitamin D and protein. 3 ounces of salmon gives you about 22 grams of protein and often around 570 international units of vitamin D. 1 large egg gives you about 6 grams of protein and a small amount of vitamin D. Why bring up vitamin D here? Because low vitamin D can make muscles and balance worse in some older adults. But number 2 is where things start to feel very real. Number 2 is the step up. Most people think step-ups are just for workouts, but actually they are practice for real life. Every curb, every stair, every porch step asks your body the same question. Can you lift your weight, control your knee, and trust the leg underneath you? If the answer is no, stairs become scary fast. A 2024 study from Korea University found that older adults doing stair climbing exercise improved timed stair climbing by up to 15.79% and improved timed up and go by up to 24.69%. That is a big deal. Not because the numbers sound impressive, but because better stair and get up and go times usually mean better daily movement. Here is how to do it safely. Use the bottom stair in your home or a low exercise step. Stand close to a rail or counter. Put 1 full foot on the step. Press through that whole foot. Then step up. Bring the other foot up only if you feel steady. Step back down slowly. That slow lowering is where a lot of strength gets built. Start with 5 step-ups on one side, then do 5 on the other. Rest. Repeat once. Keep the knee lined up over the middle toes. If the knee caves inward, make the step lower. If you need to tap the back foot instead of fully stepping up, that is okay. A smaller, safe version beats a bigger, risky one. And please do not push off too hard with the back leg. The working leg should do most of the job. Think of it like climbing into your future, 1 controlled step at a time. Too dramatic? Maybe, but also true. Before we go further, if this is making sense so far, hit that like button. It tells me you want more videos like this. Now for number 1. Number 1 is the chair stand. Most people think standing up from a chair is just something you do, but actually it is one of the clearest windows into how well your legs are aging. If getting out of a chair feels harder than it used to, your body is telling you something. Listen to it. A 2021 study from the University of São Paulo found that when older adults took longer than about 12.67 seconds for women or 13.63 seconds for men to do 5 sit-to-stands, they were more likely to have slower walking speed. In plain English, the chair stand is not just a chair stand. It predicts how well you move through life. And there is more. A 2024 study from Penn State College of Medicine found that adults over 65 who did a short daily routine improved by 4.2 more repetitions in a 30-second chair stand test, improved one leg standing time by 3.6 seconds, and got 2.3 seconds faster in sit-to-stand time after 12 weeks. Another 2024 study from the University of Central Florida found that 55.6% of older adults doing functional training beat the minimum important improvement in sit-to-stand time. So yes, this movement matters. Here is how to do it. Sit near the front edge of a sturdy chair, feet flat, knees about hip-width apart, lean your chest slightly forward, press through your feet, stand up, then lower back down slowly without dropping. If needed, use your hands on the chair arms at first. That is not cheating. That is training with the body you have today. Start with 5 reps, rest, then do another 5. If that is too much, do 3 at a time. If it is easy, pause halfway down for 1 second before sitting. That makes the muscles work harder. Once you improve, cross your arms over your chest. Later, hold a light bag or dumbbell close to your body, but only when the basic version feels smooth. This move trains the quads, glutes, core, and confidence all at once. It is like putting money into 4 accounts with 1 deposit, and it carries over to toilets, cars, couches, and low chairs. Can you see why I saved this for number 1? For food, aim for a real muscle meal. 3 ounces of chicken breast gives you about 26 grams of protein. 1 cup of tofu gives you about 20 grams. 1 cup of cooked beans gives you around 15 grams. You do not need perfect meals. You need enough protein, enough often, to give your legs a reason to stay. I'd love to hear your story. What made you click on this video today? Share in the comments. Now let's pump the brakes for a second. I'm not saying this to scare you, but not every weak leg problem is just aging. Sometimes it is a warning sign. If one leg suddenly becomes weak, swollen, hot, or painful, call a doctor right away. If you get chest pain, severe shortness of breath, dizziness, or feel like you may faint, stop and get help. You also need extra care if you have severe arthritis, recent surgery, an unhealed fracture, severe osteoporosis, advanced neuropathy, which means nerve damage, or balance problems from a stroke or Parkinson's disease. These moves may still help, but the setup may need to change. A physical therapist can tailor them to you, and watch your medicines. Some blood pressure drugs, sleep medicines, and diabetes medicines can make you feel dizzy, sleepy, or shaky during movement. That does not mean you should not exercise. It means you should be smart about timing, support, and hydration. Use a sturdy chair, keep the floor clear. Wear shoes with grip. Have a counter nearby, safety first, pride second. So you're convinced, but thinking, how do I actually do this? Keep it simple. Do these 5 movements 4 to 5 days a week. Start with 1 round. Heel raises for 8 reps, side leg raises for 8 per side, marching holds for 10 per side, step-ups for 5 per side, chair stands for 5 reps. That whole routine can take less than 10 minutes. If that still feels like too much, pick just 2. Start with chair stands and heel raises. Those alone can change a lot. If your knees hurt, make the chair stand higher by adding a firm cushion. If stairs feel scary, do march holds and heel raises first for 2 weeks. If money is tight, use a kitchen counter, a bottom stair, a sturdy chair, and canned food for added weight later. You do not need fancy gear, you need consistency. Look, there's a lot of noise out there. Fancy gadgets, miracle supplements, complicated programs, but your legs usually respond to something much simpler. Load them, control them, repeat. You don't need to overthink this. Start with just 5 chair stands today. Then add 1 more movement tomorrow. Your body will tell you if it's working. Standing gets easier. Stairs feel less threatening. Your walk feels more solid. That is progress. If this helped you, hit that like button. And if you want more videos like this, make sure you're subscribed because we post new health tips every single day. Stay healthy, stay strong,